What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream. Today, we will be looking back over Friday Night Fever, where Arsenal went 3-point collecting, mate. Forget Halloween, forget trick-or-treating. Arsenal were collecting points last night, people. And I am sorry to Emi Martinez that I have put this picture in the background, but it's been a tough 18 months under Mikel Arteta. It's shameless FC here, people. We've had enough Arsenal therapy. We've had enough pain. I'm sorry, Emi. I know you loved Arsenal. But them tears, man, I have to drink them tears, Emi, man, I'm afraid. So I have to put that in the background. You know, Aubameyang's there as well. But, yeah, we can't even see that. I'm blocking Aubameyang. But as long as you can see Emi, that's all we need to know. Emi did not have a good night at the office. Listen, big up to everyone for tuning in. We're doing the evening stream today. I've been really busy today. And I did say I would try and do a few evening streams each week. In order to make it easier for some people. People are working sometimes during the day and the time difference in different parts of the world. So I thought it'd be good to see a few new faces in the chat. So make sure you like the video and subscribe, people. We'll be reviewing the game yesterday. Free Martinez. I mean, listen, I don't want to diss him because he was crying tears of joy in this picture when we just won the FA Cup. But Emi, you like a scorned ex, my friend. You won't stop talking about Arsenal, so I have to violate him. I can't help it. I have to bring it up, you know what I'm saying? Big up my boy KS1. Go and subscribe to his channel. Big up Kieran. Hope you're well, bro. Keep up the good work. Killer Ice Lollies, Big C, your reaction to Partey's goal was legendary. Bro, I was in shock. I couldn't even believe it. I said, what? This man just scored a goal. It's crazy, man. Big up Marvu. Hey, listen. This is probably the first time Marvu's ever come in here and not started trolling because he knows we was about that life. Although you man slapped up Norwich 7-0. Norwich. What do Norwich even come in the Premier League for? Like, what are they actually trying to do in this league? Do they just want to get relegated? You know, get the payments that you get from the league and then just get promoted again. That is the ultimate yo-yo club, you know? Craig said, Curtis, that was champagne football last night. How ideal was it that on Arsene Wenger's birthday, 72 years of age yesterday, that Arsenal start to play, I won't say prime Wenger football, because I think prime Wenger football was next level. You know, we're still levels below that. But, you know, there were little elements of Arsene Wenger's style of play in the way we beat Villa yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it because Villa were getting ahead of themselves. They took 6 points off us last year. They tried to sign Emile Smith Rowe in the summer. They grabbed Wenger. They thought they had something over us. Them man need to relax. Yeah, relax, yeah. You're not Arsenal yet. You know, you've done well, but, you know, you've lost Grealish. You don't look quite the same this season. So them man have to relax, people. Big up Rashan, who said, man, like, bro, what's good? I'm ready to face Liverpool tomorrow. Big game tomorrow, people. We will be busy streaming tomorrow as well. Obviously, it's Liverpool, Man United, or Man United, Liverpool at Old Trafford. I'm going to be doing Marseille against PSG in the evening as well. Let's have a closer look at Saliba, Guendouzi, and obviously the usual suspects for PSG, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. James said, does this mean that all it took was an award for you to start streams on time? Hey, listen, man, I have to make sure I get on time, people. I'm telling you, I need to start being on time. I am most of the time. Thought you took the day off today. Nah, man, nah. Day off? Well, we do evening now. As I say to me, people, this ain't any form of work to me. I love talking football. I can talk football all day, every day. So for me, this is enjoyment, people. You know, I like to speak to the community, see how you feel. It's light work, man. It ain't no day off. El Clasico, I mean, do we do the Clasico tomorrow, people? I'm asking you. El Clasico tomorrow, Barca Real. The game kicks off at 3:15 tomorrow. Liverpool against United kicks off at 4:30. So when United kicks off, there's still half an hour left of Barcelona Real Madrid. So in my mind, it's like I'm not gonna do a watch along for El Clasico because I'm not gonna turn it off with half an hour to go. And I feel like United Liverpool now is a bigger game than El Clasico. El Clasico post Ronaldo and Messi, to me, that's Real Sociedad against Mallorca to me. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect. No. I'm joking. It is a massive game, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not excited to really stream that game. So yeah, for me, United Liverpool, man, this is where the excitement's at right now, Real, man, I'm sorry to Emi Martinez, man, but hey, it had to be done. Patrick said, love the Fran Laurie post-match. Do you know what? Those two are hilarious. I actually love it when those two come on the show. The dynamics are so different, but it does work. It does work. Very good show. El Clasico is washed. A lot of you are saying, Lionel said, only people I'm excited to watch is Benzema. Exactly. Layla says, please respond to my message. Pray for Norwich. Every week Norwich gets slapped. I don't think Norwich even mind getting slapped. That's the worst thing. I think they like being slapped because they're going to get a lot of money. They'll get relegated. They'll win the championship and come back up. It's just a cycle. That's probably how they survive financially. Timac said, Curtis Partey thrives in a 4-4-2. That's the formation he played at Atletico. It was a great game and everybody played well. I just wanted to see Martinelli play more, and so did I. I'm going to put slow mode on, people. Comments are flying in already, so I want to make sure I can get through a lot of your comments. Zero said, no, you're talking real, Curtis. La Liga done till Madrid get Mbappe. I'm telling you. Lionel said, Yo-Yo Club, straight parachute money. They live off that. Oh, I just saw the Bellingham goal, man. Dribbles past 2 or 3, dinks the keeper. What a player. Doesn't even start for England, but hey, here's what it is. Right, we're going to do our little review of the game yesterday. I'm going to get my Jamie Carragher / Gary Neville quick assessment on people. We're going to look at the highs and the lows. Most of them were highs. But there are 1 or 2 things that I want to assess as well. And I can't believe Thomas Partey scored a goal, by the way, people. I'm still in shock. I still don't know if it hit his shoulder or hit his actual head. I'm not sure, but we'll give him the credit he deserves anyway, people. So, a couple of things we're going to look at. And let me know in the comments what you think about the things that I'm looking at. Let me make sure I mute this because the other day I had the volume playing. I have to be careful. Apparently, Emi had a meltdown after the game. Yeah, I heard something kicked off in the tunnel, someone was saying. I wasn't sure how true that was. But anyway, this is the first goal. Thomas Partey. I still can't believe this guy scored a goal. Now, what was interesting yesterday, and listen, I'm not throwing any shade on anybody here. Nicolas Pepe is our regular corner kick taker, and a lot of people have been very critical of Nicolas Pepe. A lot of the corners don't beat the first defender. Yesterday, it was interesting that from the left-hand side, Smith Rowe took them. From the right, Saka took them, both in swinging corners. Man said the pigeons will live on. A lot of pigeons were very happy yesterday, I'm telling you. And Smith Rowe takes the in-swinging corner, whips it in, and Partey flicks it in. Shoulder, head, afro, I don't know what it hit, but it hit something and went in. Now, Omar said the new set-piece coach doing well. I mean, he needs to work a little bit more with Pepe because Pepe doesn't seem to put good enough corners in. Don Arsenal said, evening, Big C. I'm listening while making my roast dinner. Hey, big up to you, bro. But what I wanted to show you about this, what I thought was very interesting, what people may not have noticed. This is where I feel like I can show you little bits and bobs. This, for me, is how this goal happened. Because when that goal went in, my first thought was, should Emi have saved that? Doesn't make clean contact with it. It is kind of in the corner, but I feel like Emi could have done better. This is, for me, why this goal happens. And this is why my green screen feels more than appropriate. Instead of Emi Martinez just standing in the goal and thinking, I'm going to come out and get this, he wants to have a wrestling match with Lacazette. He's trying to impose himself. He's trying to push him. They're having a little wrestling match. If Emi Martinez stands on his line around here, I think he has a good chance of saving this header. But because he's having a wrestling match, when the corner's being whipped in, as I'll show you here, he goes backwards. Corner's whipped in, goes backwards. Now his body weight is leaning backwards. As Partey heads it, he can't get it. I'm going to rewind it. Look at him. What's he doing? Why are you so far out of your area? So far off your line. He's trying to have a scrap. You think? Yeah, I mean, he thinks it's Wilder against Fury, part 3, 4, whatever. That little movement backwards shifts his body weight. If he stays still on the line where he can move his body weight side to side easier, he saves it. He's having a wrestling match. The ball's whipped in. So as the ball's whipped in, he goes backwards. Then the ball's past him. Done. Game over. You've conceded, Emmy, mate. Back of the net. Lacazette was going crazy. Can we see him on the celebration? No, we can't. I mean, does that hit his shoulder, his afro? You know what I mean? I don't know what he had in his hair that day, Partey, but it worked anyway. It flicked off it and just silkily went in. So I don't mind. We'll take it. This is my next one here, people. This is my next one. Bukayo Saka. Now, what I will say about Bukayo Saka here, people, and the whole game yesterday, I don't want to bring any kind of negative at all to this game, but we do have to be honest. It was soul glow settings, man. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through, baby. Just let your soul. If you watch Coming to America, the first one, you know what we're talking about. Soul glow settings, people. Castor oil settings. Slick straight off the afro, bang. Now, let me say something. When you do well in life, in anything, you deserve credit. You should be celebrated. When you do bad, I think you can be constructive in your criticism towards the player. I'm not going to pretend that Saka was at it yesterday. He did some good things yesterday. He put a couple good crosses in. His movement was good. He missed an absolute sitter yesterday, this chance we're about to see. And let's be honest, people. If Nicolas Pepe misses this chance, what is happening on social media? People are exploding. 72 million. Get rid of him. He should score that. Not good enough. Now, I understand he cost 72 million and Saka is a young player learning his trade, but there is no way he should miss this. I know it's his weaker foot. There is no way he should miss this chance. I agree. I think Saka needs a rest. I have no idea on earth how Bukayo Saka stayed on that pitch yesterday. I've got no idea. He played the whole 90 minutes. He looked tired after about 50 minutes. I agree. Listen, Pepe would have been slated, and I think Pepe does score this, but he could have even taken a touch. I don't blame him for shooting because he's going to be unaware of what's going on behind him. He's probably going to think that the defender is close to him. Nuno Tavares, who was fantastic. Perfect weight of pass. Look at that as he hits that. Look at Emi Martinez. He's done. He's gambled. Emi said, I'm finished. Emi said, I'm finished. He looked up. He saw Saka 7 yards out. Emi said, I'm just going to gamble. This is what goalkeepers do when they know they've been exposed defensively. They gamble. They just dive one way or another. Emi's already on the floor. Saka's got two options here. You put it the other side of the goal, 1-0. You lift it over him, 1-0. 2-0, sorry. We'd already scored. Craig said Cruz would have dinked that. I'm confident he would have lifted it over him, I'm telling you. Emi gave up. Emi might have even said, listen, man, I still love you, Gooners. I'm just going to jump out the way. And Saka hits it straight at his leg. Awful. Awful miss, people. Look at that. Look at that position. You can do anything you want there. You can control that onto your left foot if you want and slot it. Now, Takan says I'm being harsh. I think that a top-level player, which, let's face it, Saka gets a lot of praise at Arsenal. He's got to score that for me. He has to score that. I know it might seem harsh. Imagine if we drew that game yesterday and he missed this chance. The Arsenal fans would be going berserk. So I don't think I am being harsh. And Takan, it does happen to the best of us. But remember, we're not Premier League footballers. We're fans of Premier League clubs and footballers. So I expect an attacking player in the Premier League to score that. I thought Martinez was Soldier Boy Superman. He just dived out of the way. He said, you! He just disappeared. Look at him. He's on the floor. It's like he's saying, please, just score. He's putting his hands up and everything like, oh, come on, Bakayo. Just score, bro. You know what I'm saying? False manager said, I've seen Aguero and Sterling miss from a yard out, but I get you. Listen, every footballer misses sitters at some stage in their career. I just think Saka's finishing in general is something he desperately needs to improve. Should have scored. Luckily, we got away with it. We win the game. It's not the end of the world today. But on another day, we're having a totally different conversation, people. Right, next one. Laca. Penalty. A lot of people were questioning this penalty. Is this a penalty, people were saying. I said the same thing myself at the time when I saw it. This penalty, for me, changes the game. What Lacazette does well here, and Lacazette's a very good actor, by the way. Let me tell you that. Lacazette knows how to win free kicks, how to win penalties. I'm telling you, Soldier Boy fans, Martinez was just disappearing. He was gone. Listen, this penalty is soft, as we say. Like Jake said, this is a soft penalty. I just think with VAR, with slow motion, it gets given. If this was given against me, I'd be fuming as a footballer. But in the Premier League with VAR, I think Matt Targett's bought it. I just think he's bought it. He's already committed to the tackle, and Lacazette knows that. Look how much Lacazette is stretching out that groin to get that right foot in front of Matt Targett's leg. He's saying, bro, if you're going to get this ball, you have to take out my leg. And if I feel any contact whatsoever, I'm going to go rolling. You see me rolling, they hating. He was doing all of that, bruv. It's a soft penalty, but it's a penalty. Leg in front, bang, check Laca. Wah! Look at Laca. Wah! Been shot. He's dark arts, people, dark arts. They do this. This is Premier League football. Look at Lacazette. I thought he'd been sniped. I thought he was on Fortnite. Dark arts, people. Let me tell you. BAFTA-zette, people. The game is the game. The game ain't what it used to be, people. To me, soft as anything. If that's given against Arsenal, I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely crazy. But dark arts, people. There's no way, if Lacazette is in front of Matt Targett, that he can win that ball without making contact. To win the ball, he has to make contact. Penalty, I don't care. I ain't got time for sympathy. I saw James McArthur volley Saka's leg off on Monday night. The referee gave a yellow. This is justice. This is karma. Penalty, game over. Thank you. We move on, people. I'm shameless. We need victories. We need 3 points. That is a penalty. A soft penalty, but a penalty nonetheless. Hold that. Right, we move. We move, people. Where are we at now? The best goal of the night for me. Let me say, by the way, how good is Aaron Ramsdale's passing, by the way? I'm telling you now, that guy, at the moment, he's proving me wrong big time. I'll hold my hands. Right now, I'm holding my hands up big time on that one. Big up Cheese the G. Thank you for becoming a member on the channel, bro. Much appreciated. And yeah, we got member streams coming up from next week, people. Soft one, but we take the W. Come on, they get given. Look at Louise last year. Like you said, Louise against Wolves. He didn't. A man pulled his leg back to run and hit him and got a penalty and gave him a red card. Pen, take it. Right. Goal of the night for me, for Arsenal. Emi Martinez. Now, Emi Martinez, sorry, what am I talking about? Emile Smith Rowe. What I love about this goal, and this, I said this so many times, people. When you play up front and midfielders start running past you, it changes the dynamics of the attack. Because then defenders start chasing midfielders and strikers start to get space. And guess what, people? Strikers love space. We thrive on space. That's where we damage teams. When the midfield stands there looking at Aubameyang like, yeah, look at Aubameyang up there. Let's see what he can do. Guess what? He struggles. But when you get runners, He's going to score. He's going to create. We're going to get goals, people. Big up my brother Broads. He said, Ross, man like Curtis on the night shift. Busy signal settings later on. Pan the night shift. Night shift settings, my bro. Night shift settings. The flick from Aubameyang. Tottenham held one of these the other week, people. Whoop! Look at that. Defense over. Look at this guy. He's done. McGinn's finished. The flick is beautiful. Forward runners. Run beyond. Run beyond him. Tavares was fantastic yesterday. Fantastic. Kieran Tierney, you're going to have to hold some bench. He said he don't mind the cold weather. He wears a T-shirt in the snow. He's going to have to hold some bench, people. I'm sorry. What a performance from Nuno. I thought second half he might get peppered by Leon Bailey, but he held it down. Big up Sphinx V4 for becoming a member on the channel. Thank you very much. Link in the description for anybody that's interested in further content and stuff. But listen, the forward run makes all the difference, people. When midfielder, go and watch Liverpool, go and watch City, go and watch their midfielders drive beyond. Look at the flick, bang, one flick, game over, and he's in, he's done. They're finished. They're finished, people. 3-1 game, well, 3-0 game, set, and match. I want to show you the final little bit of analysis that I had, people. One little bit of criticism for me on this. I think that Thomas Partey should stop this goal. I only noticed this earlier on today. Big up Mark. Mark Huckle said, love watching Saka and ESR, but we can't burn them out. Need managing properly. Hope you enjoyed the game yesterday. It looked a great atmosphere, man. I watched the game back, and it looked like it was buzzing in there. I'm delighted for the fans, you know. They give a lot to this club, and we haven't had a lot that's worth watching back, you know. We do have to manage the two young players. You know, the fact we have no Europe, one game a week, shouldn't do too much to them. Obviously, when the cup competitions happen, it may change. Broad said, I like what you said about midfielders creating space for strikers. Big fact and very underrated quality. Bruv, it's no coincidence Aubameyang's best Arsenal season was when he had Mesut Ozil and Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey made forward runs beyond him, pulled centre-backs out the way, and Aubameyang was eating. Aubameyang was eating. He took the golden boot home, people. And big up Rory Sang, who said, Curtis, your watch-alongs for Arsenal are the best. You stole me away from AFTV now. Big up, bro. Hey, Robbie won't mind a few coming over. You got 1.3 million. A little overspill won't hurt. Hey, big up Rory, man. Big up Robbie and the gang, though. You know what I mean? Absolutely buzzing atmosphere. Brilliant atmosphere. That flick was world-class. I watched it 5 times today. In a City or Liverpool, Aubameyang would be even more deadly. Aubameyang scores 25 goals in that City team with ease, people. With ease. One little bit of criticism. If you look here, watch this from Ramsey. Gets the ball. I'm going to try and zoom in on this because I think... oh, no, don't let me zoom in. I have to... Yeah, let me take myself off the screen so you can see this, right? If you ever watch the film Shotters, mate, big Jamaican movie, man says he's going into the house to clear it out. He says, take out every blood clot thing. Teddy Brooks shot settings. Thomas Partey, you've got to wipe out the ball, the player, the pigeons. I want everything disappearing out of the Emirates. You're in a 50-50 on the edge of the box. You're a powerhouse centre mid. You're going into a challenge with Leon Bailey. The man's been injured for 4.5 weeks. Lick down everything. Teddy Brooks shot settings, broads. Take it all out. You go into the tackle. Some flimsy little challenge. Indomie noodle settings. And you cost us a goal, really. I know it might sound harsh. Let it play. Look at that. Bang. You got to wipe it out. And then they score. It may be harsh. Some of you may say that's a little bit harsh. But to me, Partey's got to lick that down, move everything. He was on a yellow. But the thing is, he makes contact with the ball. He's gone into it hesitant, like, oh, do I really put everything into this or not? Lick it down. Take all of it out. You have to win the ball there, my friend. You have to win the ball. But apart from that, man says, man like Mad Max, come on, man. Max done him. But yeah, apart from that, it was positive, people. That was the only thing for me. Partey has to wipe out everything there. You can't afford to let man win that. If it's 1-1 and he scores that, we're going crazy. You know? Listen, Roland, I said it many times, bro, and I'm happy to do it. One thing about me, I won't let my pride get in the way. That's one thing about me, let me tell you. When Aaron Ramsdale signed for Arsenal for £30 million, you know what my opinion was. I was not happy. I felt there were better goalkeepers who were even cheaper. However, since he has joined the club, I have nothing but positive things to say about him. His attitude is fantastic. The way he talks to the defenders is brilliant. His passion for the football club is infectious. His ability on the ball is incredibly underrated. He's zinging 40, 50-yard passes a yard off the floor. I'll be honest. I didn't know he was as good as that. I saw him play a few times live for Sheffield United when they were getting peppered like a Sunday steak. And this brother looked dodgy to me. But sometimes, people, you play the level that's around you. If I go and play Sunday league football tomorrow with some man who can't even play football, sometimes you fall to that level. You go and play higher level, you elevate your game. He had a poor defense in front of him. At the moment, Killer Isolon is, I would say he's our best signing. I got to be honest. If I look at the signings we've made, I think he's had the biggest impact. Maybe Ben White is starting to do bits as well. But Ben White costs 50 million. So he might be under even more scrutiny. I think Ramsdale at this stage has been our best signing of the season. Do I have a problem admitting that? No problem. No problem. There were a lot of Arsenal fans who weren't happy with that signing. What I will say, people, he's been at the club, 10 games? 10 games still doesn't prove how good you are. That's not me being disrespectful or putting a negative on him. That's just me saying he has to do that over a long period of time. Now, let me tell you what will be a massive point in Aaron Ramsdale's Arsenal career. At this moment, we're winning games. He hasn't made a mistake. Nothing's gone wrong for him. Sometimes it's easy to be somewhere when everything's going well. And I'm not saying that's not him. He is earning the right for things to go well. But he may let a shot go under his hand or drop across and someone scores or we lose a game. Then let's see how he reacts to that, because that is another key point. How do you react to something going wrong? But at the moment, Aaron Ramsdale, hands up, you've been fantastic. And long may it continue. And I don't have any problem saying that so far I've been proved wrong. I was calling him Aaron Dingle. I was calling him Renarson, or was they calling him Renarsdale? You know what I mean? Someone just said it in the comments. I was saying all sorts of slander about him. So yeah, our man's up. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. And I love to see it. Bumsdale, yeah, I was calling him all sorts, man. It was a bit brutal. Bro, my FPL team is a mess. I haven't even changed it for about a month. Right, let's quickly get into the player ratings, people. The show's not going to be too long, so I want to let you all enjoy watching Match of the Day and so on. As Arsenal fans, it's not often we get to watch Match of the Day for any kind of pleasure anyway. Usually we're just getting dissed. But listen, we dominated the game. 22 shots, 9 on target, 54% possession. Aston Villa, 10 shots, 4 on target. Now, what's interesting, at half-time, Aston Villa hadn't had a shot on target or off target. They hadn't done anything. They literally hadn't got into our half. It was a strange performance from Aston Villa. I think they picked the wrong formation. They played 3 at the back. It completely fell into our hands playing a 4-4-2, and they could not handle it. They changed formation second half. They were a little bit more productive, and it just didn't work. It didn't work for them. The game was done for them. So, yeah, we dominated the game. They had a better second half. Just quickly as well before we're on page 1, people. Oh my days, the dizzy heights of page one. Now, we're quite fortunate. A few results went for us today. Everton, one place above us, got slapped 5-2 by Watford. What a crazy result that was at home. West Ham play Spurs tomorrow, two of the teams above us, so at least one of those two drop points. Man United play Liverpool. You would make Liverpool probably favourites. So we, at the moment, are 1 point off fourth. The dizzy heights of ninth, Broads, I'm telling you. We're 1 point off fourth at the moment. So considering how horrendous the start to the season was, at the moment, we're not in too bad a position. Am I celebrating? Am I saying Arteta in? No, I am not. Is he now, the Messiah manager? There is a long way to go. Let me tell you that. But at this stage, and where we were a month, 6 weeks ago after losing to Manchester City going into that international break, at least we've made some sort of progress. Like John's saying, man don't have to accept the cookies now to see us in the table, people. We're actually on page one. Right, let's get into the player ratings, people. You know the drill. You know what? It's nice to do a player ratings where I'm going to be positive about every single player pretty much. Let's start with Aaron Ramsdale. I thought his passing was sensational yesterday. This guy was slapping passes all over the Emirates. He didn't have too many saves to make, if I'm being honest. They only had 4 shots on target. About 2 or 3 of them were pretty much straight at him. I just loved his commanding and his presence. I would probably give... See, some of you are saying 9. The only reason I wouldn't give him a 9 because I don't think he made enough saves to warrant a 9. I think when a goalkeeper gets a 9, there has to be some great saves. I'm going to give him an 8. I thought he was excellent. I love his commanding presence. I love the fact that when Aubameyang took the penalty, he turned around and couldn't watch it. Now, I know that doesn't really mean that much in hindsight. Gabriel also turned around. But I just love that sense of like, it means that much to you. You're so nervous that you can't watch it. I love that. It's just a little thing, but I'm going to give him an 8. The goal is not, he can't do anything. The guy's whipped it top bin. So I'm going to give Aaron Ramsdale an 8 out of 10. And I love the passion. What I love about this guy, I feel like he really appreciates playing for Arsenal. Leno made it feel like, oh, I'm doing you a favour playing for you. I don't want to hear none of that. I want players that are desperate to be at this football club and see it as a privilege. Ramsdale at the moment has been sensational. Green Gooner said, big up Curtis, cheers for the stream after your player ratings. Can you give me your best Arsenal 11 with all players available right now? We'll see how we are for time, Green Gooner. We'll definitely look into that. Maybe we can try and get it in. Tommy Asu at right back. I thought, again, defensively, he was very good. I still would like him to get forward a little bit more, but I just think genuinely it's not a quality that is in his game. I think he's almost a right-sided centre-back / right back. He doesn't seem to like getting forward and doesn't even look overly comfortable when he gets forward, which I think sometimes makes life difficult for the winger. But he definitely hasn't been signed for that purpose. So I suppose it's wrong of me to judge him for that if that's not what the manager has bought him for. Yeah, I gave Classico a bit of a... I was joking, but you know what I mean. Listen, I'm going to try and be positive. I think defensively he was solid. He did his job. I'll give him a 7. I thought he was solid. I would like to see him get forward more, but genuinely don't think that's something that's in his game. Yeah, he's not a wing back. He's just a right back. It's almost like an old school right back that doesn't get forward that often. I just think sometimes it can make life more difficult for the right winger when your fullback does not join in with you. But I'm going to give him a 7. Solid performance. Nuno Doggy Dog Tavares. Jeez, this guy yesterday surprised me. I thought he had pace. I didn't know he had that much pace. I knew he had feet. I didn't know he had step-overs like that. He was lining up Matty Cash, dropping 2 step-overs on him. Bang! What a performance from this fella. The last dog I seen run that quick was at Walthamstow, people. This guy... Now, don't get me wrong. We know that Benfica said from day one, His defending is the problem. You will have a day where he comes up against someone and he's a bit rash. But for me, he was superb yesterday. I'm giving him a 9 out of 10. I thought he was a beast. People. He creates that chance for Saka. He runs about 50 yards, outpaces Matty Cash. Little ball from Smith Rowe. First time with his left foot, straight into Saka. He deserves the assist, but you've missed it. Faster than Scooby-Doo when there's a ghost. Yeah, he missed an early chance, but listen, he's a fullback. That's not his game. I thought he was excellent. Converted winger, basically. You've seen it. You know them, man, they're, wingers, but not quite good enough, so you drop them in at fullback. It happens, though, people. Sometimes you get great fullbacks, Converted winger, definitely. Cross with the left, shot with the right. I'm giving him a 9. Never stopped running. Thought he did well against Leon Bailey second half. Kieran Tierney's got a whole bench for me against Leicester. No lie. Tierney plays for me against Leeds in the Carabao Cup if he's fit on Tuesday. Listen, but like I always say, and listen, you make a good point there, Skinny. So he said, like you said, Big C, it was brilliant. How would he do against Salah or Mahrez? This is where we'll make our judgment, people. We play Man United in a few weeks, Greenwood or Sancho. When we play City, like you said, a Mahrez, somebody a lot more tricky and intelligent, how would he get on against those guys? So we'll have to see. Tierney definitely for me now has to go on the bench. Adil said, Curtis been hearing, man, all stream. Just be patient, bro. I don't hear nobody intentionally, bro. You know what I mean? He's basically a left wing back. Let's talk about the two centre-backs. Let me tell you something. I'm about to make a statement about one of our centre-backs. For me, Gabriel is the most excited I have been about a centre-back at Arsenal since Sol Campbell and Kolo Toure. And that is a serious statement. Let me tell you, I don't give that kind of praise very often. The only centre-back I would say since those two that have been levels are probably Lauren Koscielny and Vermaelen. Vermaelen was injury-prone. And Koscielny, the problem I had with Koscielny, I always felt like you could bully him physically. He had the pace. He read the game well. He didn't have that physical partner next to him. Next to Mertesacker, I felt like you could bully him. For me, since Sol Campbell and Kolo Toure, this is the most excited I've been about a centre-back at Arsenal. 23 years of age, left-footed, Brazilian, loves the club. The sky's the limit for this guy. I tell you what, he's so good, in my opinion, in terms of his potential. His ceiling is so high. My worry is actually, are we going to be able to keep hold of him? That's how far I'm looking at. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, if I'm Real Madrid in 18 months, I'm looking at this guy and thinking, am I moving for him? That's actually my worry with him. Because other clubs, if we're ramping and not in Europe, how do we hang on to him? I think he's outstanding. I think he's a potential future captain, by the way. The more this guy learns English, I'm seeing more leadership skills. He's building a partnership. The guy, for me, was outstanding. He pocketed Ollie Watkins all game. Brilliant player. He's bought into everything that this football club means. Koscielny, listen, like I say, Melbourne, Koscielny for me was very good. There was deficiencies in his game. I felt you could bully Koscielny. I really did. And I never felt like he had a partnership with anybody that made me feel secure. Him and Mertesacker was flimsy. Him and Mustafi was flimsy. He never had that beast next to him. So for me, I did like Koscielny, but I'm a massive fan of Gabby, man. I really am. We need to make sure we hang on to him. Gabriel and Saliba would be great. Hopefully we'll see. Koscielny was weak. Last of them said, my favourite centre-back since Big Sol. Seriously, I am telling you, this guy is a beast. Let me tell you, Lille absolutely bumped us for 72 million for Nicolas Pepe, right? They absolutely had us with that deal. But 25 million for Gabriel. Yeah, man, I'll take that. We got a little bit of our money and value back with that deal. Outstanding performance. I'll give him an 8. I'm going to give both the centre-backs an 8. I think it's only right that I talk about Ben White as well. I thought Ben White was fantastic yesterday. And I've got to be honest, I've been a little bit critical of Ben White at times. Again, he gives me those kind of Koscielny vibes as well, where he reads the game well. He's tall, he's quite slim. My worry with Ben White was, but can you bully him? Is he a defender that's easy to pin, easy to turn, easy to win headers against? That was my worry with. Well, apologies, people. Apologies. Benjamin. I called him Ben. I'm going to put some respect on your name, bro. Your name is Benjamin. I shall call you Benjamin. Benjamin White, people. Mr. I don't watch football. But yesterday he played like he's been watching football. Benjamin White made a couple of crucial blocks, some good headers. He was quality. Excellent performance, 8 out of 10. Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins got pocketed by these two yesterday. And I love the little bromance. They comment on each other's pictures first. They celebrate together. It's all about partnerships, people. You have to build partnerships. Benny's definitely earning those Benjamins for real. I wish, United, Liverpool, we're there, man. We're there. Don't worry, we're there, people. Marseille, PSG as well. It was so funny when you said you don't watch football, Benjamin. I can tell, I'm telling you. But yesterday, he looked like maybe he's been on YouTube for a couple of days watching it. And let's get into the midfield. Let's talk about Thomas Partey. First of all, I still can't believe this brother scored a goal. He scored a goal for Arsenal. I actually said his first goal for Arsenal will be a 30-yard rocket. How wrong was I? It came off the top of his afro, straight onto the shoulder, and past Emmy, who was busy having a wrestling match with Lacazette. Partey's performance yesterday, when I watched it back, was interesting because first half, he kept winning possession. He kept starting the attacks. The only thing I saw, a couple of times, he gave the ball away a little bit sloppy, put the ball out for a throw-in a couple of times. And I do think he could have done better in the build-up to their goal. However, he was excellent. He dominated physically. Douglas Luiz, McGinn, they did nothing. He got his goal. He was industrious. He got us going. For me, if I was being honest, I would give him a 7.5, right? I would give him a 7.5. But because he scored, because we won, and I don't do halves on my ratings, I'm going to squeeze an 8 out of 10. I do think he needs to tidy up in possession. And I do think he can win that tackle and stop the goal. However, he was on a yellow card. I think he kind of went into the tackle a little bit half-hearted. And like I said, shutting down McGinn and Douglas Luiz is not easy. Remember, Villa went and done United the other week at Old Trafford. They're not a soft touch. So for me, 8 out of 10. Thomas Partey, excellent. And the RSPCA are delighted because no pigeons fell off the roof yesterday. So big up to Thomas Partey. John Layat said the pigeons were having a rave. Beer rum spillage and beer Sean Paul and Mr. President being played. I'm telling you, them pigeons were raving last night. Friday night, Emirates roof. You know what I mean? Bread all over the place. They had a right rave up there, I'm telling you. So, yeah, he got let off the hook. They got let off the hook. First goal for Arsenal. He could have had a hat-trick yesterday. He had a couple of other headers as well. Let's talk about Sambi Lokonga. Now, on Monday, they were calling him Bambi Lokonga on Monday. He got me feeling so desperate in our midfield. I was even suggesting, should we bring in Mohamed Elneny? Do you know what kind of desperation it is when you get me suggesting Mohamed Elneny should be in the Arsenal team for a Premier League fixture? That is desperation. That is like David Blaine being locked in that box after 30 days kind of desperation. That's the kind of hunger I'm dealing with. But I respect Mikel Arteta for the fact that he stuck with him. Because it would have been very easy to say he came on, he's young, he made a mistake, drop him. But he kept him in the team. I thought he put in a quality performance. 22 years of age yesterday. Happy birthday to Sambi. No Bambi Lokonga jokes yesterday. What I like about this guy is the calmness on the ball. Sometimes that could be his downfall because sometimes he's so calm that he gets caught in possession. There's a fine line between being calm and taking too long. He has to find that balance. However, I thought he was excellent. few driving runs, comfortable on the ball. He's become a little bit of a Thomas Partey with his shooting. You know, his shots don't go high, though. They just trickle along the floor. You know, the ants are just being annihilated with his shots. He needs to fix up his shooting as well. Maybe he's going to get a goal soon for us. But I thought he was excellent. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I thought he showed a lot of bravery. What I wasn't aware of, and somebody bigged him up in the comments, he publicly apologized for his performance on Monday. I never saw that until yesterday. Somebody showed it to me, saying, you know, I let you down and I apologize, this, that, the other. I said, listen, man, people have done a lot worse than you, my friend. Ask Granit Xhaka. And yeah, Emi Buendia, after all that chatter, mate, I came here because of Emi Martinez. And, you know, he forced me to produce one of the most comedy Arsenal streams of all time, Emi Buendia. He wasn't even worth it, mate. He didn't turn up. He got pocketed yesterday. Buendia, McGinn, Douglas Luiz, back pockets of Sambi and Thomas Partey. Destroyed him. Great midfield performance. Even though they're listing this as a 4-2-3-1, Arsenal actually played 4-4-2 yesterday. I can't believe it. Do you know how happy that makes me? Because no matter what people think in football and all this we need a number 10, we need 3 in midfield. Listen, sometimes people in life, in any job, in any skill set, sometimes you just have to go back to basics. That's all you have to do sometimes. Let's go back to basics. If anybody's watched Mike Bassett, the movie, 4-4-2, people. 4-4-2. Leicester won the title, 4-4-2. Atletico Madrid won the title, 4-4-2. The defenders can't cope with 2 strikers because they come through at youth level playing 4-3-3 with 1 striker, and they're not used to having to mark 2 strikers. It's easy for centre-backs against 1 striker. You put 2 strikers against them, see how good they are. They can't cope. Let's talk about Alexander Lacazette. A lot of discussion about him yesterday. I think Lacazette was outstanding yesterday. Honestly, people. He made the difference. What he did yesterday, he connected the midfield to Aubameyang. He was the connection. Odegaard has not been connecting. It's like dodgy Wi-Fi, mate, in the tube station. You just can't get no connection. There's no signal with Odegaard. Right now, with Odegaard, there's no signal. With Lacazette, the signal, the connection was there. You didn't even have to put the password in. You just click connect and it happened. That's what Lacazette and Aubameyang are right now. He was outstanding. When we go forward, it's 4-4-2. When we defend, he drops back into that number 10 role. He's strong. He's clever. He knows how to win free kicks. That role looks perfect for him because he doesn't have the speed, the intensity to play up front sometimes if you're not creating chances, which Arsenal don't. In that position, and you've asked the question here, Abdi, would you renew Lacazette's contract? My honest answer is I'm not sure. Because he turns 31 next year. He's on 170 grand a week. Laurie was saying on the stream yesterday, give him a 1-year deal. I don't think Lacazette would accept a 1-year deal. He's being linked with Inter Milan on a 3-year contract. Why would a 31-year-old take a 1-year contract when a club's offering him 3 years? He's going to want stability and security. He's not going to want a 1-year contract at Arsenal. In my opinion, I could be wrong. This is a dangerous game that Arsenal are going to have to play now because a similar thing happened with Mesut Ozil. Contract was winding down, approaching 30. He started playing out of his skin. Next minute, new contract. The guy disappeared real quick. I'm of the tendency at the moment, unless you can get Lacazette to accept a short contract, i.e. 1 year, which I don't think he will, I would potentially not offer him the new deal. I think we've been down this road before, and I think it's a mistake. If we gave Lacazette a 3-year contract or 2-year contract with a pay rise, I think you're taking a massive risk. I think Arsenal need to buy a new striker. However, if he continues in this role and it keeps working, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal fell for it and offered him a deal. Chris Fraser said, I love Lacazette, but we need to replace him, not renew him. Let me know in the comments, people, would you give him a new contract? Bear in mind, 31 next year, 170 grand a week. Broad said Laca has seen the retirement package Willian and the rest had. He knows he needs to just do a little bit of work to get that. And it happens, people. DJ Dre, big up to you, bro. Said Laca is playing for his next contract. Need to be smart. And this is it. Listen, it's a shame that he's 31 next year. If he's 28, you give him a new deal. You play him in this 10 role. 31 next year, 170. I think that's risky for Arsenal, man. I didn't even realize, people, there's over 1,200 of you in the chat. Amazing numbers. I mean, it's 5 to 10 Saturday night. Some of you probably going out, clubbing and the restaurant and all them things. So big up to you for tuning in. Can we get 1,000 likes? It will be much appreciated. Lacazette, by the way, I've gone off course here, people. I give Lacazette 9 out of 10. I think he was fantastic. He came off with cramp. That's how much running he did. Like I said, if you could get him for a year, I would consider it. If he wants 2-3 years pay rise, I'm walking away from it. Unfortunately, because I really like Lacazette. Let me be clear about that. I really like Lacazette. However, we have to be honest. Lacazette has not fulfilled the needs in front of goal that Arsenal have needed for the last 4 years. He's never hit 15 goals in a Premier League season. For a £50 million striker, that is not enough for Arsenal. However, this number 10 role with Lacazette, with Aubameyang in front of him, may be perfect for him. He was brilliant. 9 out of 10. Bukayo Saka, right wing. Probably for me, gets the lowest rating out of any Arsenal player yesterday. I don't want this to seem like, I'm bashing him or being horrible to him. I don't think in terms of production, it was one of his best games. He put a good cross in from a free kick. However, missed a good chance early in the game. Aubameyang did that bicycle, fell to him at the back post. He volleyed it over. And he also misses the sitter at the back post when Nuno Tavares rolls it across goal for him. And he just looked generally tired. I felt the manager should have took him off. I don't know why he played 90 minutes. I don't know what he's trying to prove, the manager, by keeping him on. Why did Martinelli not get a run out? 20 minutes to go, 25 minutes. I'm going to give him a 6. I'm going to give him a 6, and I think I'm being generous. I think the work rate and the runs get him a 6, but he didn't do much. And I've got to be honest, if Pepe put that performance in, I think people would be slandering him. That's me being honest. He worked hard, right? And we always give him that respect. And I might be even being kind by giving him a 6. I'm telling you now, I don't think he played well. That's me being totally honest. If you tell me yesterday what he did well, some people saying, Rat Gunner said 6 is harsh. Am I forgetting people? What did he do particularly well yesterday? He put a couple of good crosses in, fair enough. But I don't think he was that productive yesterday. I genuinely don't. He missed a sitter. He missed a good half chance. He looked tired and he should have come off sooner. I don't think the 90 minutes really helped him. But I'm giving him a 6. I hope he doesn't play against Leeds on Tuesday. He definitely needs a rest. Some of you giving him 4, 5. We got 6.5, 6. Just don't overplay him. Don't overplay him, I think what you're seeing is the fact he's had no preseason, people, and he still looks a little bit rusty at times. I think a 6 is fair. Let's go to the other winger. Emile Smith Rowe. This is what I said Smith Rowe needs to add into his game. If this guy's going to be a major player at Arsenal Football Club, he needs goals and assists. Yesterday, he got 1 goal, 1 assist. That, for me, is all I want from Emile Smith Rowe. I thought he was brilliant yesterday. He got man of the match from Sky. I've got to be honest, during the watch-along, I wasn't hyping him up as much as he probably deserved. I watched the game back afterwards, and I thought, what a great performance that was from Smith Rowe. He picked up them little pockets. He linked up so well with Nuno Tavares at left-back. Smith Rowe drifts inside. Tavares overlaps. Matty Cash doesn't know whether to follow him or go with Tavares. This is what I'm saying. What's a shame on the right-hand side with Tomiyasu, because he doesn't get forward, you don't give their left back the same problem. I thought Smith Rowe was fantastic yesterday in front of Gareth Southgate. He's still going to have a tough time getting in that England squad because of the likes of Foden, Mount, Grealish. There's so many options, but he certainly did himself no harm. I give Smith Rowe 9 out of 10. I thought he was fantastic yesterday. You know, from that left-hand side, if he puts in those kind of performances on a regular basis, you're talking about a serious footballer. You know, love his low center of gravity on the ball, quality. Listen, he might save us 70 million. Maybe we didn't need James Maddison. I think Smith Rowe's got to hit 10 goals this season. I think he can. Genuinely think he can. I think that's one of his best performances in an Arsenal shirt. Green Gooner's giving him a 10, and Neil gives him 9 and man of the match. I would probably give him man of the match. I got to be honest. I think his goal and assist was vital. You know, that's our first goal from a corner this season. And his goal was brilliant. I just love it. He starts the attack with Tavares, makes the run, goes beyond Aubameyang. Too many times this year, our midfielders, they lay it to Aubameyang and they stand there and they watch him. He played it in and he sprinted. And he got a bit of luck with a shot. But guess what? You create your own luck in football sometimes. Man of the match, fantastic performance. Loved it from Smith Rowe. The skipper, Auba. Listen, it wasn't a scintillating performance from Aubameyang, but let's look at it like this. The assist for Emile Smith Rowe is fantastic. I think that flick was even better than the one against Tottenham. You know, round the corner, split the Aston Villa defence in half, and we all know about the penalty, people. Now, let me tell you something. Right? I've missed penalties before, and before you get into it, I haven't missed many penalties, right? I'm pretty clinical from the spot. But it's very easy when you miss a penalty to freeze because you're almost in shock at what's happened. He could have easily hit that penalty and just froze. Oh my God, I've missed it. Emmy saved it. He misses the penalty. He stays calm. He moves forward. The ball's on his left foot and he puts it in. Some people will think that looks real easy. Like, yeah, that's just easy. It's an open goal. You can miss that under pressure. Let me tell you, you can miss that. And he was calm. I'm going to give him 8 out of 10. Some people will say he was quiet. He didn't do too much. To me, strikers are there to score goals and create goals. And when my striker scores 1 and assists 1, I'm not giving him a 6. I'm giving him an 8. I think it was another good captain's performance. Every time we play at home, he seems to turn up. So for me, I thought he was industrious. There were players who played better than him, let's be honest. We scored the penalty, got the assist. That's what we want from Aubameyang. We want goals. We've never had him at the club for his all-round game. We've had him at the club because he's a goal scorer. Big up to Gunner Girl. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you go and subscribe to her channel. Excellent content over there. She really knows her stuff. Said, just here to say congrats on winning Best New Content Creator at the FCAs the other day, Curtis. Massively deserved. Thank you very much. And listen, let's hope you're winning awards next year, people. I've always said, man, I really hope that amongst Arsenal fans in particular, that we can create a strong community feeling, you know, that we can all work with each other. We all support each other. If people are going for, awards, we vote for each other. That's what you're supposed to be. You know, you all support the same club. So I appreciate your message and keep doing your thing. S. Wade said, Curtis, Unai Emery's Villarreal just won the Europa League playing 4-4-2. Listen, these things never go out of date, people. They come back around, yeah. Football's kind of a follow fashion thing nowadays, you know. 15 years ago, every club played 4-4-2. Bergkamp and Henry, York and Cole, you know, Viduka and Hasselbank. If you know about these partnerships, people. Real partnerships. But then Barcelona said, no, you've got to dominate the midfield. You've got to play free in there. And everyone just followed because Pep was cleaning up. Oh, that's got to be the way we play. But we're not good enough to do that. So why not do something else? I absolutely love the fact that we played 4-4-2 yesterday. Curtis and Broads. That partnership in YouTube football rings bells, people. Let me tell you. People have felt the full force of that front two. Andy Cole, Dwight York. Anybody who ever seen that, actually, I had Dwight York on the channel last year. Go back and look at that interview. 4-4-2, people. It will never go out of date. Quinn and Phillips, Sunderland, long ball. Niall Quinn knocked down Kevin Phillips' volley, mate. It works, people. Two up front. It goes in cycles, like you said. Do you know what I mean? Mourinho broke down that tiki-taka style, and then everyone started trying to play counter-attack like Real Madrid. It goes in cycles. Play two up front. Stick with it. Now, what's going to be interesting is whether Mikel Arteta is brave enough to stick with that. Because let me tell you something. It's one thing playing 4-4-2 at home against Villa. It's another thing playing 4-4-2 away from home at Leicester, who we play next week in the Premier League. You know, is he brave enough to stick with it and say, do you know what? We might lose some midfield battles, but we're going to win the battle with the striker. All right, before I forget, because it's only right, and I wasn't forgetting, I'm going to rate Mikel Arteta. Me and him have had a difficult time of it since he's been at this football club. You know, I wasn't happy when he came in, but he won the FA Cup, so you started to get my belief. Last season for me was a disaster. I got worse and worse and worse in terms of, you know, the way I felt about him as manager. This year I've been frustrated as well. However, yesterday he was brave. He got it absolutely spot on. He picked the right starting 11. It was very brave because let me tell you something. If Villa won that midfield battle, we could have got peppered. Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins are not no joke. They're good strikers. They can score. They're England internationals. But it worked. The only reason I'm not going to give him a 10 is the substitutions for me. I would have liked to have seen Saka taken off. And I really wanted Martinelli to get 20 minutes at least. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10, people. And I think that's fair. 9 out of 10. You know, the man of the match for the game got 9 out of 10. So I'm giving the manager 9 out of 10. He picked the right team. He changed the system. He could have easily just said, oh, let's play Aubameyang left wing and Lacazette up front. That, for me, would not have worked yesterday. 4-4-2 destroyed Villa playing free at the back. They couldn't cope with it because the two wingers are high up the pitch. So what that does, it pulls their two wide centre-backs out and then creates space in the middle, and they couldn't cope. We had overloads all over the place. So I'm giving him 9 out of 10. I just felt I would have liked to have seen Martinelli come on. You know, you're bringing him on after 90 minutes. What is the point? It's almost embarrassing on the kid. You know, I don't rate that. Emi Martinez, mate, I mean, listen. Well, what do I say? What do I say, man? Tears. You know, tears for Emi, man. I'm sorry. I liked Emi when he was at Arsenal, but tears for the man, you know. It could not have gone any better. If you said to me, write a movie script, I would say Emi Martinez saves a penalty and the rebound goes in just to make him go from joy to pain within 2 seconds. Can you imagine how he felt back at Arsenal, back at the Emirates against the skipper? You've saved the penalty with Aston Villa fans just to your right. They're cheering. And Aubameyang follows it up. He even got a little touch on the rebound and it goes in. It's just beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, people. I'm sorry because I did like Emi when he was at Arsenal. But as soon as you lose Arsenal, you're an op to me, mate. You become an opponent. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with Emi. Thanks for turning up, Emi. You know, conceded 3 goals. Aaron Ramsdale. Yeah, I heard them songs. They were hammering him. I think yesterday we finally cut the cord. You know that umbilical cord when your child is born and you have to cut it? Yesterday we cut the cord on Emi Martinez. Go free, Emi. Go free. Go and enjoy yourself, yeah? You're telling us how great it is. You go now with our blessings, yeah? And stop talking about us now, yeah? You've been peppered. Now relax. Dark art system, people. Emi talking like a salty baby mama. You know what I mean? He's ringing up Arsenal asking for CSA, child support and them things. You've had your pay. Now do one, mate. We've had enough. I had to put him on the green screen today. I felt a bit guilty, but it had to happen. We had to do it, man. Like, you know, we can't let these men talk about Arsenal. It's our team. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And VAR, listen, people saying VAR 10 out of 10. VAR definitely hooked us up yesterday. Let me tell you that because to get that penalty under those circumstances. Remember, people, the half-time whistle had gone. This brother went over to check the screen and gave the penalty after looking at that screen for how long. I didn't think he was going to give it. I thought he was going to turn away and say no, but he gave it. And we've had a lot of bad luck with that referee in the past. So for me, we were very lucky. VAR hooked us up. Before we get out of here, I'm going to do a quick waffle settings, people. Only a quick one. I'm going to skip through it. It's late. Match of the day's on in about 15 minutes. Bakuta said, start a Curtis Shaw shorts. If you don't, I will. Listen, we're going to do something. We're going to get some short content out as well, people. So we will do that. I'm going to quickly skip through the press conference, and then we'll get out of here, people. I'll let you enjoy your Saturday night. Big up to all of you for tuning in. 1,200 of you in here. Look at that, man. He's a happy man. I got a message last night saying, are you Arteta in now? And I'm like, just calm down, right? Just calm down. We won a game of football. We played very well. You can see in the title of the video, I put best performance of the season. For me, this was a better performance than the Tottenham victory. Because against Tottenham, I felt second half, I won't say we fell off, but we slowed down a little bit. I felt we were good for most of the game yesterday. I thought it was the best performance of the season. However, one win doesn't make me start saying, oh my God, he's turned everything around. We're still ninth. Talk to me after 25 games if we're in the top 4 or top 6. Then we'll start talking about how good the guy is. One victory proves nothing, right? Just, he has to keep going. He has to show consistency. If there's no if we go to Leicester next week and drop points or play badly, then this is irrelevant. You have to build on it, you know? Rishi Kesh said, Curtis, when are you coming to the USA? Gunagra in 2022. Listen, I'm hoping. I've spoken to people who have connections at the club. Arsenal were supposed to go to America this summer on tour. We know that got cancelled. And the rumours are that Arsenal are going to go to America next year. I don't know how true those are or not, those rumours, but I heard that Arsenal want to go to America next year. My plan is wherever Arsenal go on tour this summer, I want to go there, unless it's Australia. I can't lie. I don't know if I've got a 24-hour flight in me. But if they go to America, definitely 2022. I'm trying to get to America. I know Robbie has been to Gunagra a few times and tells me it's very good. So listen, America, I'm coming, man, next year. Don't worry, people. Sure on tour. I've already got the name for it. We're coming, people. Wherever Arsenal go, I'm there. I'm there. Trust me. If they go America, I'm on my way. Forget Eddie Murphy. Forget coming to America. I'm on my way, people. I'm causing mayhem. You have any waffles left, big man? I'm starving. Still at work, being here for the last 8 hours. Big up Edu Plus, man. Working on the Saturday, providing, you know. Right, let's quickly skip through this. I don't want to delay you anymore. I don't know how much waffle he'll be talking. This is just a quick skip through. Mikel Arteta was a happy man after we beat Villa 3-1 on Friday night. On the first 45 minutes, our blueprint of how he wants his team to play. He said, yes, very close to it. What I liked most was the way the team reacted from Monday evening, how we finished the game and how they were in the dressing room, accepting that it wasn't good enough, that we played to a really good level in some parts, but at a level that was not acceptable for others. We are the youngest team in the league. I mean, to be fair, you chose that, though, with the young players. But that's not an excuse. I mean, you know, when people do that, they make the excuse and then say it's not an excuse, but you created that excuse. You know what I mean? But you sign the young players. Don't sign the young players and then tell me, oh, we're the youngest team in the league. You created that. You know what I mean? We cannot find excuses. We cannot change the age. We have to find out why those things happen in the game and find. There's a little bit of waffle there, people. This ain't lunchtime. He's giving us our dinner here. He's telling us it's the youngest squad that he signed all these young players. But hey, we'll move on from it. He won the game. So if he'd have lost the game and he was saying that, I would be having a meltdown right now. But we won, so he gets away with it. On his view of our penalty, he said VAR didn't give us anything against Palace. I think it's a penalty. I like that because it's kind of scumbaggish to what you're saying. But I was saying the exact same thing. I don't care if it's a penalty or not. Yeah, we should have had a red card, James McArthur, for Palace. So, and he says, but if you ask me to have a judgment on the action, for me, it's a penalty. I'm with you on that, Mikel. I don't mind that. Back your team, man. On being back in the top half of the table, nah, they're mugging him off. They're mugging him off, man. Oh, man, I'm surprised he answers this. He said, yes, it is nice. We had a tough start and we've been more consistent with the results performances. There are things that we must do better, but today I'm satisfied. Wow. I mean, who would have thought in the days gone by of Arsene Wenger and Invincibles and things like that, you would be asking an Arsenal manager how it feels back in the top half of the table, and the manager saying, yes, it is nice. In the days of Wenger, we were having protests when we were fifth. You know what I mean? We were finishing fourth and going crazy. What's going on? Now we're in the top half and selling. Well, it's madness. But hey, it's crazy, people. We keep moving. Yeah, I have to do the voice changes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It takes me all over the place. I know it's the evening, man, but get the syrup ready, man. We got some waffle here, people. We caught a live one on Lacazette's performance. I mean, remember the famous Lacazette press conference the other day? They asked him 15 questions about Lacazette. He said, I think the man of the match could have been anybody. I think individually they were all terrific. If you ask me about Thomas, about Sambi, about Nuno as well, the two central defenders, anybody. I think the way we played was at a high level. Emil was terrific. He was scoring goals which we're demanding because he's capable of it. I think it's more about the team. On Smith Rowe starting to add end product, he said that should be a habit. Man said Tuchel gets us top of the table, Arteta top half. That's crazy, isn't it? That should be a habit. He should demand that. He's capable of doing it. I'm pleased he's developed. He needs to develop more. Let me skip through that. Although he says something interesting here, he's changed the way he's living a little bit as well. And some habits that he had, he's been superb. I wonder what those habits are. What was he doing? Was he on Fortnite? Was he eating junk food? What's changed? Let us know. On If Tonight is an indicator of why bids were never going to be accepted for Smith Rowe. He said it's a perfect example of why we want to keep him, why we are giving him the opportunity to do it, and we are happy for him. What habits has he changed, people? Maybe he don't put as much syrup on the waffles now, and it gives him that extra bit of energy, you know. Man said he stopped bunning them Zooch yard man settings, you know. Oh, man, it's crazy. Big up Craig said, Curtis, great stream. Enjoy Match of the Day, bro. Take care. Let me just check. What time is Match of the Day on? I don't watch Match of the Day, people, but tonight I'm watching it. Right, we got 15 minutes. He stopped going to the Yardie raves. Hey, Zach, I can't be reading that out, bro. Gunnar Vettel said he watched the Game Changers and went fully vegan. Smoking in the dressing room. Chesney vibes. On Aubameyang and Lacazette limping off, he said Laca was fatigued. He hasn't played that many minutes. He worked so hard to the stage. He just said, I've had enough, and he was cramping. He doesn't even mention Aubameyang, just ignored him. And whether the fans helped the performance, and absolutely, I think the chemistry is there. The connection is getting stronger. Fair enough. I'm going to skip through. On why today we were able to keep up the level of performance throughout the match. Because we analysed it, because we discussed it, because we found the right reasons why it's happening. We don't think it's a coincidence, or we just want to rely on some immaturity. It's not good enough. Whatever we have to do it now. Football is now, not in 6 months, not in 3 years. And we cannot waste opportunity because we can do it. I don't know what to make of that answer, people. I don't know what to make, because hasn't he been telling us for ages it's a project in time? We're going to explode next season. He's been talking about the future the whole time. So you're basically telling me we didn't do it for 90 minutes against Palace because you didn't talk about it before. Now you discussed it, nobody can cope. No, that's it now. You lot, mate, you're banging trouble now. Chelsea, City, Liverpool, United, all of you are in trouble. Do you know why you're in trouble? Because they have spoken about the performance. Once he talks about the performance, that is it, mate. You're in big trouble now. We're going to beat everyone. They have talked about it. I mean, please. I'm telling you now, it's a good job we won the game. Because if he was giving me these answers and we'd lost or dropped points, I would be having a meltdown on a Saturday night. I let him off because we won. But you are waffling. You are absolutely waffling. But we move. On Aubameyang, whether he had an injury, he said no, he was cramping. On whether Mikel has found his perfect formation with a 4-4-2 tonight. So were they asking him the question and saying on whether Mikel, like it's this guy, why didn't they just say on whether you have found the perfect formation? But anyway, forget all that. We move. We were trying a formation against what we thought they were going to do, what we believe could work. Then it's down to the players to execute it, and they did really well. Is it a one-off, people? Is he brave enough to do that against Leicester? Because Leicester don't play free at the back. On limiting to Villa to no shots in the first half, he said it's really pleasing because that meant we were able to control the game, take it where we wanted, but they're a top side. I was really impressed when I was analysing them again. They are difficult. On how Smith Rowe has to adapt, he said, well, when you want to take your game to the next level, you become a really important player. That should be the only priority. We'll skip it. Man speaks in a third person. This is what I'm saying. He's talking. It's mad. I don't get it. All W's, Noel said, great content, Big C. You're slowly making Arsenal my second club. Hey, I'm trying, my friend. I'm trying. Did he say execute instead of his favorite word, transmit? I think they've banned him from saying transmit. On Partey's goal, he said yes, because he's been chasing it for a long time and he could have scored another 2, to be fair. I'm very happy for him. I think he enjoyed that moment in front of our supporters, and I'm happy. No pigeons getting mashed up tonight, people. The pigeons were safe. He said on Tierney's injury and how long he'll be out, he said, we don't know how long he's out. He could not be carrying on the other day and he wasn't available to play. There we go. We're done. Tierney could be out for a while. Maybe. We don't know. Apparently it was a bruised ankle. So I don't suspect he'll be out for too long, to be honest. But, hey, listen, what I will say, the 4-4-2 to me worked perfectly. Now, Leicester are a different proposition to Aston Villa. They play with a 3-man midfield who are better as a team than Villa are. And they also play 4 at the back, where Villa played 3 at the back. I think there was a lot of great performances yesterday. Like Ryan said, I thought Nuno Tavares was excellent. Best Nuno in London. No Nuno Espirito Santo business. You know what I mean? Nuno Tavares was excellent. He deserves to keep his place regardless of whether Tierney is fit or not. But be brave, Mikel. For me, turn up next Saturday against Leicester and play 4-4-2. Be brave. Let them worry about us, right? We play Leeds on Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup. He'll make changes. I want to see the likes of Gabriel Martinelli given game time. I'd like to see Balogun at least in the squad. I think you'll see the likes of Cedric Suarez. You'll see Leno. You'll probably see Rob Holding. There'll be changes. You might see El Neni, Maitland-Niles, maybe Nicolas Pepe as well. I really hope we win on Tuesday because I think that's an opportunity to win a cup, even though Man City win it most years. What I will say as well, anybody that wants to go and watch Arsenal, I believe tickets are as cheap as £11 to watch Arsenal against Leeds in the cup on Tuesday. So if you want to watch Arsenal, you don't usually get an opportunity to get a ticket. Some of the tickets are only £11 and they're still available at the moment. So get yourself down and watch Arsenal. And obviously we play Leicester next week. So it's a big week for Arsenal. Big week. Carabao Cup, I think it's the quarterfinal if we beat Leeds on Tuesday. And I want Arsenal to win one of these 2 domestic trophies. So Big up Omar said, just got back in from a night out and Curtis is still live. We move, people. The work never sleeps. You know that, people. The work never sleeps. You got to work while people are resting. That's how you get ahead in life. Have you changed your mind about Arteta? No, I haven't. I haven't, people. I want to see consistency. I know that Mikel Arteta is capable of getting a quality performance out of Arsenal. I've seen it. That's why we won the FA Cup. That's why we beat Man United away last year. That's why we took 6 points off Chelsea last year. Bang average teams turn up and put in decent performances. Very good teams are consistent on a regular basis. If we find consistency, then we'll have that conversation. Amar said, Curtis, please react to Ronaldo's interview with Jeff Shreve's champion mentality. I haven't actually watched it yet. I know part 1 came out yesterday. I think part 2 comes out today or tomorrow. So I'll watch it and maybe we'll do a reaction video to it. Gunnar Vettel said too early for me, but if Arteta got more humble pie, I'm ready. Listen, if he wins games, then I'll be happy. If he doesn't, then I'll be criticising. It's down to him. the way that the fan base reacts to him. So he has to keep winning. Listen, people, I'm out of here. 1,200 of you in the chat. Thank you very much for tuning in. Smash the like button on the way out if possible and subscribe if you haven't already. It was a great night last night for Arsenal. 3-point collecting. I'll be back tomorrow. We got watch-alongs tomorrow. Man United, Liverpool, PSG against Marseille. We'll be looking at Saliba and Guendouzi. Make sure you join me for that tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, whether you're clubbing, cinema, restaurant, or just match of the day, people. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bless.